Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, my respected brothers and sisters in Islam. This is the part 5 of Islamic law perspective about cryptocurrency by Dr. Alaro. Try to watch this video to an end, subscribe, comment, like, and also share to other Muslims in the world so that everybody will be benefited from it. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
On this note, we will move to the Sharia issues. The next slide. This is the point we want to conclude on. Yes. And this is the most important aspect of our lecture today, yes, is to tell you or is to tell the audience what is the Sharia, what are the Sharia issues in cryptocurrencies. I have classified those issues into three major areas. One, Sharia issues in trading and investment in cryptocurrencies. Two, Sharia issues in mining that I've just explained to you. You can see why I had to explain all those concepts, because we shall be talking about the Sharia issues relating to them. Alhamdulillah, we have understood mining and the process of mining and the protocols of mining. So it's be easy for us to understand the Sharia ruling in relation to all that. Then number three major area is using cryptocurrency as a means of payment in a payment system. You are not trading in cryptocurrency. You are not buying or selling cryptocurrency, but a company or an institution says, I will only take cryptocurrencies. It's happening in the world today. Some people are selling tickets. Some people are, even school fees. A university may decide that henceforth, I'm not going to take but only cryptocurrencies. What is the Sharia ruling in relation to that one? So those are the three major areas that I have divided the Sharia issues in cryptocurrencies too. May Allah be with us. So let's begin with the first one, which is the most important one. I know majority of my audience today, this is your major area of concern, trading and investment in cryptocurrencies. In fact, I don't think there are Nigerians who are involved in mining, but I want Nigerians, if it is halal, why can't you go into mining too? You know, when you mine successively, look at the implication. With every successful mining process, you gain a Bitcoin in Bitcoin world. A Bitcoin today is an equivalent of 55,000 US dollars. Do you know what that translates to in Naira? More than 26 million Naira. So if you mine one Bitcoin today, you mine another, so you'll be gathering a lot of money if it is halal. If it is halal, as we are coming to that. So it's a very important matter that we must address. Now let's begin with trading and investment in cryptocurrencies. We have in the world today two juristic opinions. Opinions of scholars are divided on whether it is halal or haram to trade in or to invest in cryptocurrencies, meaning that to buy cryptocurrency today and sell the next day or the next hour or the next minute. This is what we mean by trading and investment in cryptocurrency. And this is what majority of people in the world trading in cryptocurrency in the world, this is what they do. This is what they do. The issue of mining to a very limited number of people, the issue of payment also to a very limited number of people and institutions. Now we have two major opinions. The first one is that trading and investment in cryptocurrencies is haram. And this is mainly, please note the difference. I've studied where those fatwas are coming from. And my conclusion is that it has an implication too. Majority of those declaring cryptocurrency as being haram, they represent official or constituted authorities or governments. The fatwa declaring crypto as haram is mainly coming from official iftar bodies. For example, the official Sharia authority in Egypt, the official iftar Sharia authority in Turkey, the official Sharia authority in Palestine. All of these authorities, formal official authorities, have declared trading and investment in trading in cryptocurrencies as haram. The second opinion, trading, investing in cryptocurrencies are all halal. It's halal to trade in cryptocurrencies. But look at the difference. I've studied these fatwas too and discovered that they are mainly coming from individual jurists, not from institutions. For example, and they are respected and well-known jurists in the world today. For example, we have our teacher, Professor Ali Al-Gharri from Saudi Arabia. We have Dr. Daoud Bakar, who is also our senior in the industry, is today the chairman of the Sharia Advisory Council to the Central Bank of Malaysia. Dr. Daoud Bakar is a well-known authority in the field too. And like I said, is even our senior in the industry in Malaysia. We have a friend and also a senior in the field, in the industry, Dr. Abdul Bari Mishal, who is today the director of the Islamic Economic Forum that has as members almost major players in Islamic financial industry today. Alhamdulillah, I'm also a member of that forum. And Dr. Abdul Bari is the director, is the head of the forum presently. He is based in United States of America. And finally, Mufti Abu Bakr in South Africa. You can see this fatwa of halal. I've not seen a single official body issuing a fatwa to say dealing in cryptocurrency is halal. All what we have seen up till today from iftar bodies that are formal, that are official, is that cryptocurrency dealing or trading in them is haram. And finally, the International Islamic Fiqh Academy. That is the highest body today when it comes to pronouncing on Sharia matters, particularly on financial issues. It is International Islamic Fiqh Academy based in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Unfortunately, up till this moment, International Academy has not issued any resolution. It continues to postpone issuance of resolution on cryptocurrency, even though it has organized seminars. But that is the mode of operation of Islamic Fiqh Academy. It takes its time, listening to people, invite experts, invite Sharia experts, all over the economic experts before arriving at a resolution. And I think by the time it arrives at a resolution, its resolution will be respected by all over the world. That is a known standard. Whenever IFA pronounces on something, but you must have why it must take its time issue any resolution to that effect. Are we still together?
We're still together, sir.
Okay. And I must say, this is a very good news. Today, as Africans, we must be proud of one of us, Professor Kutub Muhammad Sano is now the CEO, the Secretary General of the International Islamic Fiqh Academy, which today is the highest body, like I said, in the Muslim world to pronounce on any contemporary matter. It is today, the Secretary General today, that is the CEO, the man running day-to-day affair of the academy, is Professor Muhammad Kutub Sano from Guinea-Conakry. Is our senior too, is a brother, and we are really proud of him about of the achievement. He was formerly a minister in his country, a formerly deputy vice chancellor in faraway Malaysia, Islamic University of Malaysia, and many other posts that he has held. May Allah continue to be with him. So let's begin the analysis now. Don't forget, I said I've categorized them into three. The first one is trading. The second one is mining. And the third one is using cryptocurrency as a means of payment. Now let's to the first one. Trading in cryptos is halal. This is the first view. Trading in cryptos is halal. Why? That is the question. This view is actually based on two different approaches. Even those who are declaring it to be halal, like I told you, mainly individual respected jurists in different parts of the world. But I've discovered that they have different approaches to this issue. One, some of them are saying cryptocurrencies are halal because they are currencies, Closely related to this is those who do not want to call cryptocurrencies, they don't want to call them currencies, but they prefer to use the word means of exchange. They said it's only when cryptocurrency is recognized by a government, like in the United States of America, like in Dubai and UAE, for example, then it becomes a currency. But from the Sharia perspective, there is no difference in the two perspectives here, in the two positions. Whether you call it currencies or you call it means of exchange, in terms of Sharia ruling, they will take the same ruling, as we shall talk about that one shortly. So this is the first approach. The other approach, still under those who declare cryptos as halal, they say it's halal, they are halal because they are not even currencies. They are not even currencies. They are digital assets. And an asset can be sold and bought depending on the demand and supply element in any market. So the price may go up and come down based on supply and demand as the two factors dictating what the price of any commodity will be in any given market. So these are the two approaches of jurists declaring trading in cryptocurrencies as being halal. Now we shall discuss all this in the following slides. Cryptos are currencies. The next slide. The next slide, slide number 16. Yes. Those who say cryptos are currencies and they are therefore halal, because just as you can exchange your dollar with naira or your dollar with real or your dollar with pound sterling, you can equally exchange your cryptocurrency, your Bitcoin with Ethereum, with Ripple, with any other coin for that matter. Why? They said, one, this is their justification. Because they said we look at cryptocurrencies, the features, the characteristics of cryptocurrencies, and we have come to a conclusion that they all have all features, all characteristics of a currency in Islam. What are the characteristics? What are the features of a currency? A currency must be a medium of exchange. A currency must be a unit of account, and a currency must be a store of value. They said all these three are available in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. They are therefore currencies, and trading in them will take the same rule as trading in dollars, in real, in naira, and the rest of them, because they have all features, all elements and characteristics of a currency. Now, following that directly, flowing from that immediately is that the rule of exchange must therefore apply. If we say they are currencies, we have rules of currency exchange in Sharia, which we call a sarf. What are those rules? They are principally two rules that govern trading in foreign exchange, in exchanging a particular currency with another. According to an authentic hadith that I quoted here, as reported or narrated by Ubadah ibn Samit, radiyallahu anhu, qala Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, al-dhahabu bil-dhahabi, wal-fiddatu bil-fiddah, wal-burru bil-burri, wal-sha'iru bil-sha'ir, wal-tamru bil-tamr, wal-milhu bil-milh, mithlan bi-mithl, sawa'an bi-sawa', yadan bi-yadin, فإذا اختلفت هذه الأصناف فبيعوا كيف شئتم إذا كان يدا بيد. Let me summarize the provision of this hadith for you, my audience. And these are the two, like I said, the two rules governing trading in any foreign exchange where you will have to exchange a currency with another. Mind you, because they have said we see cryptocurrencies as currencies. It has satisfied, a cryptocurrency has satisfied all requirements of being a currency. It's a medium of exchange, it's a unit of account, and it's a store of value. Now, what are those two rules? One, according to this authentic hadith, if you want to exchange currencies of the same kind, you want to exchange a dollar with a dollar, a naira with a naira, there are two rules to be followed. One, they must be exchanged at par. You cannot give an old US dollar note, 100 old note for, let's say, 99 or 98 new note. Or you cannot go to tell a bank in Nigeria that I need new note, new mints. And the bank will say, okay, for us to give you 50,000 new note, you will pay us 60,000 old, you bring your old 60,000 old note. That is haram. That is not acceptable. The same thing will go for cryptocurrency. If you want to exchange Bitcoin with Bitcoin, if you want to exchange Ethereum with Ethereum, Ripple with Ripple, and the rest of them, you want to exchange altcoin with altcoin, the same rule. You cannot exchange except if it is at par. 100 for 100, 50 for 50, 1,000 for 1,000. That is the first rule. The second rule is that yadan biyadin, and it must be on the spot. You cannot give your Bitcoin today and hoping to take my Bitcoin in exchange tomorrow or in the next week or in the next month. It has to be on the spot. So those are the two rules governing the foreign exchange market in Sharia. Now, that is when you are exchanging a particular currency with the same currency. Like I told you, dollar for dollar, naira for naira. It's not acceptable to say because this one is old, this one is new, this one has so number, this one has a different number. You have to do it at par if you have to exchange from the same form, from the same kind. But according to this hadith, فَإِذَا اخْتَلَفَتْ هَذِهِ الْأَصْنَافِ, if you are to exchange a form of currency with another form, a type of currency with another currency, you want to exchange naira with dollar, exchange pound sterling with Saudi riyal, then there is no rule of being at par. You can exchange 500 naira for a single US dollar, as is the case in Nigeria today. A US dollar worth almost 500 naira. In Sharia, that is okay because they are two different types of currencies. In this case, the only rule that is left that you must keep is the rule of on the spot. On the spot. It must be on the spot sale. You give me your dollar today and instantly I pay you my naira. You cannot deposit 1 million naira today in a bureau de change office and get a promise that you will get your dollar equivalent in the next week, in the next month. It's not acceptable from the Sharia perspective. So they are saying clearly that any rule that applies to exchange of currencies will also apply to exchange of cryptocurrencies. Simple as that, as simple as that. And anything that is prohibited in other currencies will equally be prohibited even in dealing with cryptocurrencies. Principally, the rule of riba, the rule of interest. We have two forms of prohibited interest or riba in Islam. Riba al-fadl, which means riba in exchange. This is what we have explained. You cannot take more than what you are given if they are of the same form, the same type. The riba and nasi'a is that you cannot even loan. You cannot give somebody a loan of 1,000 Bitcoin or 100 Bitcoin today with a promise that you will pay me back this 100 Bitcoin in the next 1 week, in the next 1 year, in the next 1 month, but you will pay me 110 Bitcoins. It's haram. The same way as it is haram when you loan somebody, you lend an amount of money, 1 million naira to somebody, with a promise that he will pay 10% interest by the time of repayment. All are haram. All are haram. So this is the first issue, or the first Sharia issue that we are through, the first leg of the first opinion. Let me remind you, this opinion is saying dealing in cryptocurrency market is halal because they are currencies. Now we move to the other approach. They said we allow trading in cryptocurrency because we do not even believe they are currencies. They are mere digital assets. And in that case, nothing stops you from selling and buying your asset, or another man's, or selling your asset and buying another man's asset. As simple as that. This is the justification for allowing it, based on the approach that cryptocurrencies are not even currencies. Now, they said in this case, there's no rule of sorrow. The rule of exchange that we mentioned earlier on does not even apply to cryptocurrencies according to this approach, because they said they are not currencies. But what will apply is the rule of commodity. And what are the rules of commodities in Sharia? One, don't sell what you don't have. If you are not in possession, you don't own, you don't have an amount of cryptocurrency, bitcoins or others, you cannot sell the same before you own. That's a rule of commodity. Another rule of commodity in Sharia is that there must be no excessive garar, jahala, or certainty, meaning that the quantity that is being sold, the quality, the consideration for its sale must all be clearly spelled out. You cannot say, I will buy your Bitcoin, but I will pay a price that will be very, very pleasing to you. No, it's not acceptable. You have to tell me the price. I have to agree on the price. You have to agree on the quantity, on the quality. So these are the rules of dealing in commodities, and they opine that these are the rules that will apply to trading in cryptocurrencies, because according to them, cryptocurrencies are not even currencies. I think this is clear enough.
You, sir. We are following you, sir.
Alhamdulillah. Now, the next slide. The next slide. Moderator. Okay. No, the next one. After this one. Yes, my opinion. We've listened to the arguments, the justifications, the Sharia authorities that were used to support whether the position of those who say cryptocurrencies are currencies or they are assets. But my position, my opinion, one, the currency status of cryptos is not as simple as projected. This is the first problem with that fatwa. They simply projected cryptocurrency as any other currency. It's not true. It's not as simple as projected, and I will point at some level of discrepancies, differences between other currencies and cryptocurrencies, that you cannot just transfer every rule that we have in fiat currencies to cryptocurrencies. One, the issue of rawaj, that's a Sharia term. Rawaj simply means wide acceptance. Before anything can qualify to be a currency from the Sharia perspective, it must be widely accepted in the community, in the society of those who are dealing in that currency. It must be, the acceptance must never be restricted to a small percentage of people or to a particular location. It must be widely accepted. This may become an issue in cryptocurrency. And I want to advert the attention of our teachers who opined that cryptocurrencies are just currencies. They are not, it's not as simple as it is being projected. Because the issue of reward may arise one day. Why? Now, Nigeria is prohibiting. Other countries, the last time I checked, countries like Bolivia, countries like Algeria, other countries are also introducing one or other level of prohibition. That's the truth now. So other countries are actually coming up. It's not only Nigeria. Other countries are coming to say no to cryptocurrency. And that will surely, if we have more and more and more countries coming to say no to cryptocurrency, it will actually affect its wide acceptance. And that is a major factor that qualifies or disqualifies something as a currency. So that should be noted. It's not as simple as saying they are currencies and we will apply all the rules of currencies to them. Just as it was in 2009, when cryptocurrency was first transferred between Hal Finney and Naoshi Nakamoto, nobody would claim that it qualified to be a currency then because it was not widely accepted. It was just between two people. So my fear is that as we are moving on with regulations, with laws being passed in different countries, we may have more and more, most likely we may have more and more countries prohibiting and not allowing cryptocurrencies in their domains, in their jurisdictions. And that will create a problem of rawaj, that is wide acceptance of such a currency. The issue number two, that the reason why I said currency status of cryptos is not as simple as projected. It's not guaranteed. It should not be taken for granted. The second issue, the second factor is the issue of high volatility in cryptocurrency. We know how currencies behave all over the world. Even currencies that are not so strong, like some currencies in Africa, the volatility in them is not as high as what we witness today in cryptocurrency. Let me give you just one example. In September 2010, that's just 11 years ago, the worth of cryptocurrency to US dollar, the exchange rate between US dollars and crypto and Bitcoin precisely, was just 0.06, not even up to $1 11 years ago. A Bitcoin was not even exchanged for $1. You need multiple Bitcoin. Just as we said earlier on, that somebody bought just 2 pizzas using 10,000 Bitcoin. Now, precisely according to a study, in September 2010, this same Bitcoin was 0.06 US dollar, less than $1. But today in 2021, a Bitcoin is exchanged for 55,000 US dollars. I don't know of any other currency in the world that has so behaved, that the surge will be as high, according to another researcher, that in 10 years, the surge, the increase in the price of cryptocurrencies, Bitcoins in particular, do you know how many percentage? 38 million %. We are not saying 50%, 100%, not even 1,000%, not even 1 million %. A currency has increased in the worth, the exchange rate, for as high as 38 million %. That is unbelievable. And that is not a true or a characteristic behavior of a currency that we know, either in the conventional parlance or even in the Sharia parlance. And that is also another issue that must be, we must take account of that one too before we say cryptocurrencies are just currencies and we just apply everything that applies to currencies to cryptocurrencies. It's not true. Issue number 3, that I premised my objection to calling cryptocurrencies as just mere currencies. This is the issue number 3. Limitation in quantity. We don't know that one in currencies as well. Nigeria cannot say, I'm going to produce so million or billions of naira. After that one, no more naira. Or US dollar will say, I'm just going to print so amount of $1 billion. After those billion, no more. Go and find what you will spend. But that is the case in cryptocurrency world. Naoshi Nakamoto, when he invented this Bitcoin cryptocurrency, he has already structured the technology that it can only accommodate 21 million Bitcoins. It can never exceed 21 million Bitcoins. We don't know how much they have reached now as I'm speaking with you, because as I told you, mining brings about a new coin every successive mining. So we cannot say every minute, we cannot say how much million has been created of Bitcoins. But the inventor, Nakamoto, has already done it that way, that when you reach that level of having 21 million Bitcoins in circulation, you can never create a new one. Now, what will happen then? We don't know. Now, today, there is possibility of having a new one. There's possibility of having a new one. Let's go back to the law of demand, law of supply and demand. There is possibility of more supply, even when there are more demands. But what will happen when there are no more supplies? A day will come that no single supply of Bitcoin will be possible. That will make the volatility that we are already contending with to become something that we cannot even think of. It will be unimaginable. It will be too phenomenal. I'm afraid a Bitcoin may cost $1 billion, $1 million, because there are no more new Bitcoins. You cannot create more. So those who have already possessed those 21 million, they will control the whole world by determining what will be the price. If we have all switched to cryptocurrencies, as it appears, this is the direction the whole world is going. So that should be a major concern too, that the inventor of cryptocurrency, Nakamoto, structured it in a way that Bitcoin, in a way that when it reaches 21 million coins, you cannot create a new one. So what is going to happen? It's going to have a very serious impact on the issue of high volatility that is already in contention in the Bitcoin world. So this is what I base my opinion on, in not agreeing totally with those respected jurists who believe that cryptocurrencies are just like any other currency. Now let's move to the other approach. Those who say cryptocurrency, dealing in them is halal because they are assets. Cryptocurrencies, Bitcoins are assets, buy and sell, if you follow the rule of commodity. This
Do we move
is
to the next slide?
No, the same slide.
Okay.
B, the same slide. Still on my opinion. I've given my opinion on those who base their judgment on regarding it as.
Thanks for watching the video to an end. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share and comment. And continue with the passes by clicking below link.